Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. Dear students, let me welcome you to another lesson in Scholarship English for Standard 8th. And now, as we all know, we are doing Unit 2 of this particular syllabus. That is, we are talking about word puzzles and riddles. So now this will be the third subunit in this particular unit. And in the first one, we saw crossword puzzles. Then in the previous lesson that we did, or the previous video that we did a very interesting lesson based on riddles. Now this lesson also, children, is going to be very interesting because the name of the lesson is word ladders. So now let us try and understand what the meaning of word ladders is. Now one word that we are familiar in this particular you can say couple of words is the word ladder. So we know that we are learning the language English. So of course we come across many words. So that concept is very simple and easy to understand. But what about the concept of ladders in English? So it is something which is used in order to climb up heights. Okay, if you want to pick up something which is stored on top of your cupboard, then you use a ladder. So a ladder is used in order to move upwards. Alright, now we will use these kind of ladders in our language also. Then these kind of ladders which we use for our language in order to learn more words are called as word ladder. So see, this is a ladder here again, and in this ladder, unlike the previous one, look at this ladder here, this example of ladder that we saw, there were no words on this. But when we arrange words in the form of a ladder, okay, which goes either from top to down or which goes from down to upwards, then it is called as a word ladder. So if you take a proper look at this word ladder, you will see that at the top of the ladder we have a particular word, which as you come down each step, this word goes on changing. How does this word change? This word changes because one letter undergoes a change in each of the steps. So for every step, one letter of the word changes. And then in the next step, another word changes, another letter changes, and the word changes. In the next step, one more letter changes and the word changes yet again. And finally, towards the end of the ladder, we have a totally different or new word. So look at these words here. We have cold on top and we have warm at the bottom. So what did you see? You see that C-O-L-D, cold, is on top of the ladder, and then the R in the cold, the L in the cold changed. It got you can say placed, or it got changed with the letter R, so you have a cord. And then the O in the cord changed to become card, okay, and then the C in the card changed to become ward, and then finally the D in the ward changed to become warm. So you see how we started from cold and we went up to warm. So this is how word ladders work. Okay, so now before we go and see many examples and before we also try and solve questions, let us try and understand what or how you will define this particular game. So the word ladder is a word game. It generally begins with two words, the first one and the last one. Like we saw, in the beginning we had cold and in the end we had warm. Okay, then you will see that beginning with the first word, you have to change a letter in successive steps to arrive at the last word. So at each step that you take, you have to change a letter in that particular word. And then you go to the
next word. Then again you change a letter there, you go to the next word, and finally you arrive at the last word. So the beginning and the end of the ladder, there will be words which are given to you. And in doing all this, in the entire process, what are we doing? We are learning new words, that is, we are improving our vocabulary. That is why this is called as a vocabulary game, and you're studying it as part of your vocabulary syllabus. Okay, so this was about the definition or the meaning of the game word ladders. Now let us look at an example here. But before that, I want you to look at this picture very clearly. There is a ladder, there are a few words which are given, and there is something which is explained about how this ladder should be solved. So look at the question. Reach hope from bold on the word ladder. So you start from this letter bold and you go up and up and up till the word hope is reached. And for that, you will have to go step by step. You will have to go from bold, you will have to change a letter in bold and go to the next step. There you will have to take the new word which you have got, change a letter, go to the next step. There again you change a letter and you go to the final step where you get the word hope. So come on, let us try and solve this example. Let us try and see how it is done. So let us start with bold. So what will you do in the beginning? You will change the letter B. So let's go ahead and let's see what have we done. The B-O-L-D is become H-O-L-D. So we have replaced the B with the H. Now we will have to make a change to one more letter. So come on, let's observe and let's decide what we can do or which letter we can change. So let us pick up the letter D and let us change it and let us go up. So what did we do? We changed the D to E. Alright, so H-O-L-D became H-O-L-E. Now this H-O-L-D was also B-O-L-D, which became H-O-L-D and then which in turn became H-O-L-E. Now it is quite simple because whole and hope have got just a difference with one letter only. Okay, so now which one will we change? Yes, we will change the letter L and we will get the word hope. See, we replaced the P with the L and you have the word hope. So we see how we went from bold to hope. So this is how word ladders are done. Now this is one way of doing word ladders. Now in certain examples of word ladders, children, there are clues which will be given to you. Clues means pointers, or clues means some ideas which are used in order to get answers. So let us take a look at that kind of example also. So now see, this is again a word ladder where there are certain clues which are given. Okay, there are pictures which are given. There is nothing which has been said, but only pictures are given. So this is for beginners. Okay. So now in this particular word ladder, you have to go from top to him. So the ladder is already set up for you. You have to only make use of the clues and you have to write the words, or you have to just go on changing the letters. So see the first one. You have to go from top, I told you, to him. Okay. So see, in T-O-P, top, and H-I-M, him, there are no letters which are common. So the entire set of letters will be changed. Alright. So come on, let's take a look at the clues. So for top, they've given you this clue here, top. Let us look at this clue now for the second word. So what is this? This is something which we use in order to wipe floors, isn't it? And what do we call it? Yes, we call it a mop. So you have the word M-O-P, mop over here. After mop, you have the next clue. It is a kind of a cap or a hat or something. But are we going to talk about the hat? No, take a closer look at the hat or the cap. It is worn by police people. And what do you call policemen? Policemen are also called as cops. So, this word is C-O-P, cop. Okay, so the C has been changed here. Let us take a look at the next clue that we have. This is a cap. Very simple. And C is there, P is there. So what is remaining? What is missing? It is A. So the previous word, the O, has been changed to an A. Look at the next picture clue. When you sit down, okay, the portion of your body which is parallel to the chair is called as your lap. L-A-P, lap. Very close to the word lap, you have the next clue. What is this? These are someone's lips. So this is lip, L-I-P, lip. Okay, look at the next clue. Here you have the portion of your body where you wear your belt. What is it called? It is called the hip, H-I-P, hip. And finally you have the last and final word which you're supposed to find out, and that is a boy's face, and so we say H-I-M, him. Okay, so see how we went from top to him. We wrote top, then we wrote mop, then we wrote cop, cap, lap, lip, hip and him. So this is how word ladders are solved. So it is not a very difficult thing, children, but yes, you have to know words. So now you have to know that the thing with which you wipe the floor is called as a mop. Okay, so you have to know words. Only then you will be able to do it, and you will be able to learn more words if you try and solve such word ladders. Okay, so this was the explanation part of the video. Now let us take a look at the kind of questions that could be asked. So let's take a look at the patterns of questions which could be asked. So we have 4 patterns here. Let's take a look at the first one. Choose the correct alternative that will complete the given word ladder. So you have to choose. Okay, you have to choose one particular letter which will complete, or the word which will complete the word ladder. So in case there are 5 words in the ladder, one of the word will be missing. So you have to select which this missing word will be from the 4 options which are given to you. Now whenever we explain the questions like this, children, it is difficult sometimes to understand, or you might get a little confused also. But when we see an example and we solve a question, then that becomes a very easy thing. Second option, change the word from drown to another meaningful word by choosing the correct letter. Now the word will not be drown always. Okay, it can be any word. I have just given you an example. So suppose there is a word which is given and the word is drown. You have to change the word drown to another meaningful word, and when you want to change it to another meaningful word, you will have to choose a correct letter. So you will have to choose one letter from the 4 options which are given to you. Okay, again when we look at the example, the idea will become clear to you. So this is example number 2. Coming to example number 3, or pattern number 3. This is also just, these words are used only for example. Okay, mice changes to dirt. How many steps are required to do this? So when you write the word mice and then you go on changing it, okay, till you come to dirt. So how many times or how many steps will be required to do this? Changing mice to dirt. You have to find out. And the last one, pig transforms to hen. Choose the correct option of word ladder to form the given word. Again, if you write the word pig and it changes to become hen, so which is the correct option, or which is the correct pattern in which the letters change, that you have to decide. Here the words mice, dirt, pig and hen are given just as an example. Okay, you will get different words in your questions. Alright, so having said this, let us start and let us solve at least 5 examples each from each of the patterns. Are you ready? Come on, let's go to pattern 1, question 1. Choose the correct alternative that will complete the given word ladder. So which is the word ladder? Here it is. So we have fish, fist, dash, must and rust. So this is our word ladder. One of the words is missing. Okay, so now you need to find out which this particular word is. So let's start by looking at the options. So is it muse? Is it gist? Is it mist? Or is it most? So which do you think will be the correct answer or the correct word which will fit into that blank? So let's see which the correct option will be. Will it be M-U-S-E muse, G-I-S-T gist, M-I-S-T mist or M-O-S-T most? So what will be the right answer? It will be the third one, M-I-S-T mist. So you see you have R-U-S-T rust, M-U-S-T must where the R changed to M. Then you have M-I-S-T mist where the U changed to I. Then F-I-S-T fist where the M changed to F. And finally you have F-I-S-H fish where the T changed to H. So you have the word ladder which goes from rust to fish. Alright, moving on, let us take a look at the second example in this pattern. Choose the correct alternative that will complete the given word ladder. Here your ladder is. And let us take a look at the options. So you have one worn, you have the second one wore, you have the third one word, and the fourth one sown. So you have to go from town, tone, and there is a word which is missing. So which word is that? Is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? It is the first one, worn. So you have T-O-W-N town, T-O-R-N tone, W-O-R-N worn, W-O-R-K work, where one letter changes in each of the steps. Okay, let us now go to the third one. Choose the correct alternative that will complete the given word ladder. Same pattern. Example number 3. Here is your ladder for you. So bear, where, wire and what? Which will be the last word here? Will it be vain? Will it be wine? Will it be wore? Or will it be bore? Which word will come over here? Okay, let's see. Let's check. So we have the word, third one, wore over here. Okay, let's go to the next question. Here is your word ladder for you. Space, dash, stare and scare. Space, dash, stare and care. These are the options. Spare, sparse, stars or scars. So which one will come over here? Will it be scars, stars, sparse or spare? Let's check. Option number 1, 2, 3 or 4. Yes, it is option number 1, spare. So see, S-C-A-R-E scare, S-T-A-R-E stare, S-P-A-R-E spare, and then the R changes to become C, that is S-P-A-C-E space. The last question in this particular pattern, we have this word ladder for you. So you have glass, class, claps and what? Question mark. These are the option words. So will it be clasp? Will it be chips? Will it be clamp? Or will it be clips. So where will it start from? Let's see option number 1, 2, 3 or 4. You have option number 4, clips. Okay, so see, the clips will become claps, will become class, and will become glass. So this is how it keeps on changing. Alright children, so this was pattern 1 for you, and 5 questions from pattern 1. Let us take pattern 2 now and start with question number 6. Change the given video words to other words by using the correct letters. So this pattern will be like this. There is this particular word. You have to change the word to another word by using the correct letters. Okay, so let us see which letter you will use in order to change this particular word to another word. So you have H, you have D, you have G, and you have S. Option number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1 is H, 2 is G, 3 is D, and 4 is S. So which one will be the correct answer? It will be answer number 3, D. And what will be the new word? It will be D-R-E-A-D, dread. So you're changing B in the bread with the D to make it dread. Okay, so this is the very simple pattern. Let us take some more examples from this pattern. Question number 7. The word is train, and let's see which are the option letters. So you have S, you have E, you have P, and you have K. So which letter will you replace in this word to get a new word? So let's check out what our answer will be. Will it be 1, 2, 3 or 4? It will be answer number 1, T. So what is the answer? It is T-R-A-I-T, trait. T-R-A-I-T. So you changed the N and you took the T. Let us move on and do the next question here. Example 8. And this is our word, crawl. C-R-A-W-L, crawl. Let us look at the option letters. So H, G, D and B. So which one will you change? Will you change the first, second, third or fourth one? Let us find out. You will change the fourth one. So crawl will become brawl. B-R-A-W-L. Alright. Next example, 9th one. I hope you're understanding. There is no need to explain much in this. I've already done the explaining and the concept is clear. That is why we are moving quickly from one question to another. 9th example, what is the word for us? It is think. T-H-I-N-K, think. Look at the example, look at the answer letters. Will it be M, A, D or P? 1, 2, 3 or 4? It will be the second one, A. And think will become thank. T-H-A-N-K, thank. Okay. So the next question, question number 10 is the word bloom. So let's see which letter you will replace in order to make bloom into a new word. So will it be H, P, G or S? So option number 1, 2, 3 or 4? It will be option number 3, and the new word will be G-L-O-O-M, gloom. Alright, so you changed bloom to gloom by replacing B with G. Now we come to the third pattern or question number 11, or the first question in pattern 3. How many steps are required to change? So now you will have to count the number of steps which are required to change one word to another. So which are the words? Here the words are love to list. So you have to change the word love and make it L-I-S-T, list, by changing one letter in each step. So how many steps will you take? Let us check out the options. So will you take 1 3 steps, 2 1 step, 3 2 steps, or 4 4 steps? 1 2 3 and 4. How many steps will you take? You will take 3 steps, option number 1, to change love to list. How? Let us check out. So see, you have the word love. So in the first step, you make it L-O-S-E, lose. Second step, you make it L-O-S-T, lost. And in the third step, you make it L-I-S-T, list. So you took 3 steps to change love to list. Interesting? Let's move to the other example, the next example in this pattern. Question is the same. How many steps are required to change back to fair? B-A-C-K, back, to F-A-R-E, fair. So is it 1 3 steps? Is it 2 1 step? Is it 3 2 steps? Or option number 4 4 steps? So let's check out how many steps will be needed. Now you will have to pause the video here, children, and work out the words and then count the steps, okay? Don't take ready-made answers. So you will require 4 steps. So option number 4 is the right answer. Let's check out how. So you have B-A-C-K, back, which becomes B-A-N-K, bank, which becomes B-A-N-E, bane, which becomes B-A-R-E, bear, which becomes F-A-R-E, fair. So you have 4 steps. Okay. The next question, how many steps are required to change tell to tail? Let's see. So is it 1 3 steps, 2 1 step, 3 2 steps, or 4 4 steps? So 1 2 3 and 4. Which is the right answer? It is option number 3, just 2 steps. Why? Because you look at the words, the letters in both the words are repeated. So that is, it is easier for you to make the new word. Let's see the sequence then. So you have T-E-L-L, tell, to T-A-L-L, tall, to T-A-I-L, tail. So that is just 2 steps. Okay. Question 14. The words are rope to cone. So let's see the sequence. Let's see the number of steps which will be required. Is it 1 3 steps, 2 5 steps, 3 2 steps, and 4 4 steps? So what is the right answer? It is option number 2, 5 steps. You will require 5 steps to change rope to cone. Let us check out how. So R-O-P-E, rope, becomes H-O-P-E, hope. It becomes H-O-M-E, home, which becomes C-O-S-O-M-E, some, which becomes C-O-M-E, come, and then it becomes C-O-N-E, cone. Okay, so you see how the entire thing went on changing. Last question in this pattern, question number 15. How many steps are required to change part to raft? So let's see, is it option number 1 2 steps, option number 2 1 step, option number 3 4 steps, option number 4 3 steps? So it is option number 4, 3 steps. Let us check out how. So P-A-R-T, part, becomes P-A-N-T, pant, which becomes R-A-N-T, rant, which becomes R-A-F-T, raft. Okay, so this was pattern 3 for you. Now let's do the final pattern that we have in this type of question or in this type of exercise. Choose the correct option of the word ladders to form the given word. So now you have to choose the correct sequence. Okay, let's see how the question goes or the example goes. Small to spelt. So when you change small to spelt, will the sequence of change in letters go like this? So will you first add P, then you add T, then you add E to change the words? Will you add ETP, option number 2, Option number 3, will you add TPE or will you add PET? So, for example, if you write small, then the next word that you write, will you change or will you add P to it, T to it or E to it? Which letter will you replace? Okay, so let's see which the options are. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Option number 2 is the right option. How? Let us check. So you have small, and now here you're supposed to write an E. So you write smell. Then you're supposed to write a T. So you write smelt. And then you're supposed to write the P. So you write spelt. And then you arrive from small to spelt. Okay? So you have to find out the sequence of the letters which you will use in order to take the word forward. Next, the words are tears to roads or tears to roads, you can say. Let's see the options. So is it 1, DRO, 2, DOR, 3, ORD or 4, RDO? So is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? Let's check the answer. It is answer number 4, RDO. Let's see how. So TEARS, tears, will become REARS, rears or rares, which will again become READS, reads, which will turn to roads, ROADS, roads. Okay? Question 18 or example number 18. Mom to tip. So the word mom becomes the word tip. So what will be the sequence of the letters which will appear? Will it be 1 PTI, 2 ITP, 3 TPI or 4 PIT? 1, 2, 3 or 4. Which will be the correct sequence? It will be sequence number 1. MOM will become MOP. Then we will have the T coming in to make it TOP. And then you have the final word TIP. Okay? Coming to the second last question in this video. Warm to cold. So we saw the example of cold to warm. Now let's see how the sequence will appear when the letters change. Warm to cold. So will it be 1 COLD, 2 CDLO, 3 DOLC or 4 DCOL? So which will be the correct sequence? It will be the last one, DCOL. Let's see how. So WARM, warm, will become WARD, ward, which will become CARD, card, which will become CORD, cord, which will become COLD, cold. Coming to the last example that we have in this particular video, lab to pan. Let's see the sequences. So 1 PCN, 2 PNC, 3 CNP and the fourth one NCP. So which will it be? It will be the third one, CNP. Let's see how. So LAB, lab, will become CAB, cab, which will become NAB, CAN, can, which will become PAN, pan. Okay? So children, this was the video based on the lesson word ladders. Alright? So we looked at the kind of questions which can come, and we looked at various examples of word ladders also, and we realized that this is an exercise which is definitely going to build up our vocabulary. So that is all in this video for children. For now, children, after you finish watching the video, you have some tasks that I have set for you. Okay, so let us see what those tasks are going to be.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now, after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So, what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now, what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So, what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now, what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So, these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.